Hey yo fella, duh. Sorry, I need to stop doing this intro. Anyway, I am going to be making another video because you're watching the video, which means you're video. Watch video, because when you do video, you watch video, then done video, because watch video. Yeah. Anyway, today we're going to be, well, I'm going to be, not where, me. You get me? Anyway, 25 tips for new players. Right, we just got into the level that I was like making for like half an hour. I was planning this vid. What am I doing with my life? Number 1, the straight block trick. You see how when you first come into a level, both of these are down, and whenever you move a block, it's not necessarily straight perfectly, but it's never actually straight. Well, look, this one's straight. Or is it? Well, I don't know. I'm going to be showing you how to make it straight. So, what you want to do, you don't turn position snap up. You turn rotation snap up all the way up to 90 degrees. And then, as you see, it goes from this to straight away always like, I don't know how to freaking say it perfect. I don't know, straight to fling mode. Now, so see how you're just walking on this, you know, just walk and stuff. You just have to like grab the air, and when you put a regular air block down like this, it'll just like push you down or something. But when we have this and we put it down, covering an area, as you see, I have to use my, I don't know, claws to move? Is that what they're called? I don't know. Well, my claws to grab a grabbable block. As you see, it needs to be a grabbable block, not, you know, a block that isn't grabbable. For example, the stone block, boring gold block. Still love it though. Everybody loves it. Anyway, I'm gonna be showing you how to make this mode. I don't know why people really call it mode. Right, put it up there. And then, so what you do, you open your menu by turning your editor thing, watch thing, this way. And then what you do, you press special. You press this one right next to the sign. You can size it up to however you want. And then you basically put it like that above an area. And then what you want to do, you want to tap it so you see all these. You go into your menu while it's still selected, press selection, and then you press, you should see mode, default. You're gonna press it with your front trigger, not your grip, and then it will be fling. Now as you this will make the white particles become a sort of bright red. And yeah, makes it. So it's fling. Number 3, no start. So as you see, when you go into your editor menu, special, and you pull, well, this out, it should be green the first time, or when you first load, you're gonna spawn there. This is where you, wherever you place this in the map is where you first spawn when you load into that map. Now, if you're making like a really red level focused on one color and it's not green, this green start thing is gonna be, well, it's gonna be like here, and it's not going to really contrast well into the level. So what you want to do, you want to press on it, press selection, and then you should see hide in play mode. Now, this this box will not have a tick in it. So what you want to do, you want to press it with your trigger, and then it should say hide in player mode. Now, whilst you're in editor mode, it will not, well, it will still be there, but once you press this button right here, and you're in editor mode, it's not there. And when I respawn there. So, hopefully that one helped you as well, and let's get into number 4. Number 4, prefabs. So, let's say you built something that you want to put into another map, but you go into said map and then you build it and it doesn't look right. Like something like, I don't know, this. Now, if you do that, what I want you to do, I want you to grab it with your trigger, so you can move it and hold on to the trigger. I want you to press prefabs, the tab under special, and then you gotta make sure you have a free slot available. Then what you want to do, you want to place it in to your prefabs. Now also, you can also delete the prefab from your prefabs thing. Oh, they know. Here are my prefabs, if you were wondering, I guess. Yeah. But, so then, when you go into another level, you can go into your prefab slot, grab it out, and then you have your creation. Number 5, shiny blocks. So, when you get a coloring block and you color it, it looks like this. When you're trying to make like metal and stuff, it doesn't really look like metal, it just looks like a plain old grey block. But this is this block, but I did something to it to make it actually look like metal. As you see, that looks very much like real metal. And I'm going to show you how to do this. Now, you want to get a coloring block, which is this white block at the bottom left, or bottom right, depends which way you're facing, because here's the bottom right, kind of, you know. But you want to get it, and you want to select, you want to press color, and what you want to do, you want to probably make it any color. It doesn't have to be specifically gray, but I'm going to make it gray. So then, once you've done it, you want to deselect it, select it again, go on to selection tab, press default with your trigger, and then under default it should say specularity. You want to press it, and then you can see now strength and shyness. You want to put shininess all the way down and strength all the way up. And then what you want to do, you want to press specular, you want to make it, I don't know, white for example, and there you go. You have a shiny metal looking block. 6 groups. So let's say you just built something in one area and you don't really want to move it all manually piece by piece, because then it won't look like your original build. So what you want to do, you want to get to your said build, or I'll just get this and I'll ungroup it. What you want to do, you want to press down your trigger, so this will be white, hold it, and then I want your stick, you want to move this way, and then this will be big. You also have to hold it like that. And then what you do that with it all over, and then don't press anything, and then you go onto selection, press group, and then it will be grouped, so you can move it around without any worry of this happening. You have to rebuild it all manually. Number 7, locking blocks / groups. Now, you can, when you select a, well, let's say you're building something like on a giant base plate, like a house or something, and let's say you're building a detail like a garden gnome or something, and you accidentally move the ground. Now, that very frustrating, because then you have to perfectly put it back where the ground was. But I'm gonna show you how to fix that. So, what you do, you select your ground or any other thing, and then you press, well, you go into the selection tab, over your thing above block, and then press your trigger. Now it will be locked, so when you try to move it, it doesn't move at all, and once you select it and press it, it will be red until you press unlock, and then you can move it again. Now, that was number 7. Let's get to number 8. 8. Publishing levels. So, let's say you spent ages building a level and put lots of work into it, and you want other people to play your level. But every time you want someone to see your level, you don't want to go into editor, load that map again, and then show people, So what you want to do, you want to save your level by giving it a name and thing. Press publish. To publish your level, you have to play it from start to end. So basically what you have to do, you have to go from the start and then to this red round thing. I don't know what to call it, but it's called the end. And then, yeah. Press yes. You do have to save your level, but once you press yes and everything and you save your level, you will go into editor mode. Well, not editor mode, player mode, and you will have to beat your level to publish it. Perfectly timed animations. It's like a necessity if you want to make good levels, kind of, Right, so I made this little thing where a fat guy touches his head and then it falls. Not to be fat phobic or anything. So, I'm gonna show you how I did this. So, what you want to do, you want to get your, 2 objects, or 2 groups. You want to go onto selection while selecting one, go to animate, and then you want to animate it by moving the block, pressing A, which will add a frame. And then you want to make it touch the other. You mark it as 7 through, add another frame where it's in the same place, press this, and make it how long you want it to be there. For this, I'm going to make it 3 seconds. Now, as I see, this ball makes contact with the other ball at 0.3 seconds. So, what I want to do, I want to make this one add 0.3 seconds, and then I want to make it move. You add the same time at the end like you did on that one. And as you see, there. That's a perfectly timed animation. Now, that's not the best perfectly timed animation that you can do, but that's just a quick example that I wanted to make to show you guys how to do it. Number 10, how to use triggers. So, let's say you have a button, but your button doesn't do anything, and you want it to do something. Like, let's say, blow up something, move an object when you press said button, or, I don't know, make someone talk. I'm gonna show you how to do that. So what you want to do, you want to get a trigger block by pressing build, pressing trigger, and then grabbing any of these trigger blocks. All of them are the same, but they're a different shape. Yeah. So then you get the trigger block, press on it, selection, you connect, and then what you want to do, you go to your object that you want to move. You can make it either start or toggle reverse. Go back, and then what you want to do, you want to move this trigger onto the button, and then you want to animate this, your object to go up or down motion that you want it to go. But you gotta make sure that start active is off. As you see there, I just turned it off. Press back, and then you see connected. So when I press, so it isn't happening now, but when I press the button, it goes up, and when I press it again, it goes down. Hopefully this one was very useful to people who are trying to make, their builds or maps better. And yeah, let's get into number 11. Number 11, how to jump forever. Now, we go over to this nice little lovely jump chart I made. Let me stand up for this. We will see it now. Most new players jump like this by grabbing both of their hands, swinging them like that, and then letting go, which doesn't get you far, as you see. So, what you want to do, well, there's two different ways you can do this. This is the one I do. You cross your arms, do that, and then do that. And when you do it with force, you can get quite far, further than this. Now, the other way, you want to hold your thing like this. Well, you want to grab down on your collar. Then you want to grab that. And then you want to swing. And then don't let go of this one. Just let go of this one. And then that goes. And when you do it fastly, it gets you really far. Number 12, physics. So, what I mean by physics is, let's say I pick this hammer up. It actually picks up. Now, as you see, this one doesn't pick up. So, and when you get a regular block out, you can't pick it up. So, I'm gonna show you how to make something physics. Have physics. So what you want to do, you want to get a grabbable block. So grab it. You gotta make sure it's 2 blocks. Let's say something make a lava hammer. You have to group it, and then you'll see enable physics. You can only have 100 physics items in one level. When I pressed enable physics, you can either make it shared or not shared. In this case, I'm gonna make it shared because I'm in a private with nobody else. You can also change the mass. Since this is a hammer, I want it to be heavy, you know? And once you do all this and edit it to how you want it to be, you can pick it up and throw it and do whatever you want with it. So, let's get into number 13. Number 13, copying objects. Now, let's say you have one object or group that you don't want to have to rebuild manually. What you do, you select it, grab it, like this, and then you press your well, you press this button on your controller. So, the one right next to the one that takes you to your menu. You press it, and then you'll have copied it. You want to move it out of it, and then there, you have 2 of the same objects. Yeah, 2 of the same objects. Number 14, deleting objects. So, let's say you accidentally put an object down that you don't want in your level. What you want to do? You want to you want to select, grab the object that you want to delete, and you want to press the button that is above the copying button, which is, I'm pretty sure it's some B or something, I don't know. Or maybe Y. I'm pretty sure it's Y. You press it, and as you see, that object is gone. This also works for groups, for example. If I group this object, I can also delete it, which would be really helpful for people who made mistakes and do not want it in their level. Number 15, becoming bigger in editor. So, I'm going to teach you how to become bigger in editor. You want to go into editor mode. You want to, what you want to do? See, you're not bigger, and maybe you want to be bigger to travel faster around your level, or maybe to make bigger objects. So what you want to do, grab both of your grip buttons. You want to put your controllers together. You want to become smaller. You want to pull them away. Then do that while holding your grips. And then you want to do this while holding your grips, and then pull your arms together, like you're swimming, I guess, to become bigger. Which is really helpful to people who don't really know any other way to get around their level. In Editor, at least. Number 16. The daily 10 coins. For me, it is the mushroom lobby. So what you want to do whilst you're in this lobby, you want to walk over here, across this bridge, not bridge. You want to go into this dark thing. And when you're inside the shop, you come over to this ATM and you press claim daily 10 coins. And then you get 10 more coins. As you see, I had 25, and then now I have 35. Also, you can tip other people's levels, or if someone tips your level, you'll be able to collect them here. Now, let's get into number 17. Number 17, unlocking people's editor permissions. Now, you want to press your 3-lined button, and then this menu will show up. Now, when there's another person in your lobby, for this case it's only me, as I'm filming a video and I told people not to join me, well, basically under here, it will have a locked symbol when you're an editor. You want to press the said lock symbol, and then your people, well, the other player in your lobby, will be able to place blocks down, groups, and basically do anything you can. In Editor, at least. So, hopefully this one allows your to build in the same block stuff. And let's get into number 18. Nah. The legal age to smoke, to buy a vape. Yeah. Number 18. Kicking/banning players from your servers. So, as you did in the last tip, you want to press your 3-lined button on your controller. Then, when someone else is in your lobby, by the way, you have to be the owner/administrator of your lobby to be able to do this. You want to select any other player in your lobby, press report, and then under here somewhere, would say kick or ban. Now, kick means kick them from your server, but they can still join back, and ban means they cannot join your server. And also, when you ban someone from your server, and you make a new server, they can join that server. Anyway, with 18, hopefully that allows you to ban people who are being not nice, or being a naughty person from your lobby. 19. Going into player mode. Now, let's say you load into a fresh editor, but you want to playtest your level, but you're not in player mode. What you want to do, you look at this controller, and then see there's this here. What you want to do, you want to click that button on your controller, and then you go from editor to regular mode, where you can playtest your level. I don't know, freaking playtest your level. Number 20, redoing things. Now, what I mean by redoing things is, let's say you accidentally delete an object that you didn't want to, or move something in a place that, you didn't want to move it, but you can't get it right. What you want to do, you want to see your, joystick here. You want to move it to that side, this side, the left side, and then you want to click it in place. And as you see, your block will be back. And also, you want to do, if you want to redo what you did, you want to do that. Well, you want to do what you just did this way to undo it. You want to basically do it the opposite way, which will put it back in place. And also, that does really things like this, which I like to mess around with sometimes with 21, making blocks bigger. Now, let's say you want to make a block bigger, or have a bigger block, and you don't want to spam a bunch of blocks to make it look like a bigger block, like this, because it doesn't look like a real block, and it takes up so much complexity. Pass through, what the freak? I don't even know what that was. But basically what you want to do, you want to grab it with two of your triggers at the same time, and then you want to, how you turn bigger in editor, you want to get bigger, so select it with two of the editor button thingamajigs, triggers, and then you want to pull your hands away from each other, and yeah. And also you can do that the opposite way to make them smaller. That's for 22, stretching blocks. So, you may be wondering, if you're a new player, how I did this. You probably thought I copied two blocks and put it inside of each other, but no. As you see, this is 2 complexity, the same as this one. And if I actually did do what you probably thought I did, it would be 4. Now, you want to get any block, this works with any block, besides these blocks here. I mean, it also does it for the code block, so these 2 blocks, these 2 blocks, these 2 blocks, that block. And then, so basically, let's say you had a stone block. You wanna, I don't know, a rectangle for that block. You wanna select it. You wanna grab this blue triangle. Then you wanna basically do that. You wanna make a move it. And you can also do this like that, that, that. As you see, that looks almost nothing like that necessarily. Kind of like a 2D version of that, yeah. And yeah, that helps you if you want to create different shapes that aren't just these shapes. Now, let's get into 23. Boom, ba, beep. 23, saving levels. So, what you want to do, you want to open your your menu by pressing the 3 lines button. You want to, once you've builded something, you want to go into this menu and then come over here, and there should be a button called save. So you will have to name your level to actually save it. So name your level first when you press save the first time, and then it will be saved, which means when you leave leave that level, when you go back into it, it will be the same as it was. As it was. As it was. Let's get into 24. Setting a thumbnail for your level. So, basically, when you don't set a thumbnail for your level, it will look like this. Just a random combination of colors blended together. But, to make it something like, I don't know, like this, what you want to do, you want to hover your thing above it, and then press set. Now, you want to, like, get the part of the level that you want to make the thumbnail at, and then you want to basically do that, and then press A on your controller. Press use picture, and that will be your image / thumbnail for the level. 25. Make a sign color. So, basically, you have a regular boring sign with the regular color thing, but you want to make it probably different. So what you want to do, you want to grab a sign, you want to, or whatever you want to do. You want to press color, and then press any of these colors that you want it to be. I'm going to pick green. Then you press back. You can also hide the model of this sign just to have the text, and also you can make it neon. Don't want to make it neon, you don't have to make it neon. There's also options where you can hit the font light, bold, semi-bold, bold, and italic. And that is the last of the tips. Hopefully you've enjoyed this vid. Well, if you didn't, I don't really care. It's your decision. But if you did like it, and you watched all the way through, or you didn't, I don't really care. I don't care. I don't care. Like and subscribe if you want. It's free. I'm trying to get to 50 subs by the end of 2026. See you in the next one, fellow ducks.
Think you got what it takes?